Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patience. We had a little bit of a delay here in our lobby, but we're jumping right into it, running a little bit behind. So here we go. It's Luxorian Sun versus runboiz, and this is the Storm division. So two teams coming in today have not picked up a win. All of them have ties. Luxorian Sun getting 2 ties so far, entering with 2 points in the standings. runboiz last night picking up a tie up against, this is Jimmy, I believe it was. So 1 point for runboiz, 2 points for Luxorian Sun, and one of these teams here is looking to get a win finally for season 5 and jump up the leaderboards in the Storm division. Let me talk about what happened during the coin toss. We had runboiz winning it and deferring map pick over to Luxorian Sun. So Lux banned out Cursed Hollow. runboiz banned out Braxis Holdout. Here we are on Tomb of the Spider Queen as picked by Luxorian Sun. runboiz chose Infernal Shrines for map number 2, as we already see Genji banned out by runboiz. We see Zeratul banned out by Luxorian Sun. A hero I got to play a bunch today with some NGS people, Zeratul. I was rocking face with the big boss man, Archangel, dropping the VP. He had the Ring of Frost right behind it. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. A lot of fun. Fun hero, but it's not going to be played here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Banned out by Lux Sun. Johanna, the second ban for runboiz, as the final ban of this top phase is going to be handed over here to Luxorian Sun. How's everyone doing in chat today? I see a few of you have stopped in. Not the biggest crowd I've ever seen, but nonetheless, you guys are here. Instead of watching the Eastern Clash, what is wrong with you? I got my Gen G portrait on right now, making sure you guys know I'm supporting those Koreans. Fantastic play from Rich and the boys, as always. I'm expecting at the Eastern Clash. First pick of map number 1. It's runboiz on the clock with just 2 seconds remaining. They're gonna hop into the URL. You leave the goat available. The goat gets chosen. You guys don't need to know any more than that. It's just a popular hero. Every time she's available, you can expect her to be drafted by a team on one side of any draft. So now Lux Sun on the clock. They have banned away some very aggressive assassins, and runboiz banning out Genji means that a lot of the aggression has been taken away, but instead they're gonna take an aggressive tank in Diablo. And will they be able to find enough heroes in this hero pool that's remaining to pair with that Diablo is the question. But I guess they wanted to get their tank off the board, as Johanna, so valuable on this map, already banned away. So Diablo is the choice. You're going to pair it with Phoenix, who has supreme wave clear. But here come some heroes that have some wave clear of their own. Jaina and Deckard Cain, which will do a number during the rotations here for the runboiz. Deckard, Jaina. Alright, so final ban's coming up. Lux Sun on the clock. They're going to get rid of Murden to help further choke out that tank pool that's remaining. Really going to have to go deep now are the runboiz. I'd expect them to want to get rid of one of the supports here, as they chose Deckard Cain. Do they want to get rid of Alexstrasza? Maybe Malfurion? It's going to be the Alexstrasza. Okay. I think that makes more sense for me. Alex. Alright, so now we're on the clock with Lux Sun. They have their assassin, they have their tank. Probably need something to find to help play against Urel down in that solo lane. I can't imagine there's much they want. Maybe they just go into the blaze and get the bunker for themselves here. They're going to go with Hanzo and Stukov, so they're going to save that soul lane for now. Hanzo going to give them a fantastic engage tool with Dragon's Arrow, and Stukov, who you guys know recently had that rework, his lurking arm a bit nerfed. Can't get that giant circle, making people not able to walk through their walls and stuff. It's a little bit harder to play around if you're the Stukov player, but it's still a hero that can be viable. Garrosh still on the board, chosen here by runboiz, pairing it with Jim Raynor. Join in Tomb of the Spider Queen for runboiz, and now, as you see, all 5 of their heroes. What do you guys think? Who's going to win this, as the final selection for that solo lane is going to be Malthael, and actually one of the best options they have to go up against that Yrel that was still available. But what do you guys think? Who's going to win this game? Throw some hashtags out in chat. If you think it's going to be Luxon, hashtag Lux in chat. If you think it's going to be the runboiz, hashtag Run in chat. Man, if it's up to me, I think I like runboiz just a little bit better. I think the side of Luxorian Sun a bit squishy, and if Garrosh can have his way on pretty much any of these targets, it's going to be very tough for them to be saved. As you know, Stukov does not have a cleanse, so no way to protect up against a toss and a taunt. Eyes on Shredded Wind here, heading in to map number 1. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen, and as mentioned, neither team has a 2-0 victory on the season. All of their games thus far have been ties. The second match of the round for runboiz here, I believe they have another one later in the week. Yeah, they're going to be playing, oh, it's actually on my channel. It's tomorrow against Abusement Park. So I will give you more details on that later on. But, as mentioned, teams, they want to get off to a hot start. Rexpa rejoining this roster of runboiz. They're ready to go. It's Titan's King. It's Taki still here. Sormir picked up in the offseason, and Shredded Wind as well. But Luxorian Sun, this is a roster that's been playing together for a longer amount of time than the runboiz, and will that synergy of them playing together for so much longer come into play here? So let me introduce them. On the left-hand side in the blue, it's Luxorian Sun. We got Swoopster on the Phoenix, Haze on Stukov, Electra. We'll be on that solo lane, Malthael. Hanzo going to be played by Patches, and rounded it out, the captain, Bay State, on the Diablo. Over on the right-hand side, it's the runboiz, Rexpa, the captain, on Jim Raynor. Titan's King going to be playing Jaina. Sormir on the Yrel. Shredded Wind will be your Garrosh tonight. And the support, playing Deckard Cain, it's going to be Taki. Those heads are being thrown out by the members of runboiz. And here are your level 1 talents on the screen. Hanzo looking at simple geometry. We see Fear the Reaper from Malthael. And plenty of B-Stepperoonies here in the middle of the map by Titan's King. Making sure they know he's there. He's like, I'm Jaina. I'm going to be in your face all game. Might as well get used to it. Early rotations favoring runboiz. Bit of a dismount there by Rexpa, but he took a bunch of damage from Swoopster, so he's going to have to get a few of these potions. He'll be okay, though. It is Raynor. He does have his E. He can survive a bit more. Thank you for the follow, Chips22. Appreciate that. But yeah, I think the rotations, as mentioned during draft, they're going to favor runboiz just simply because they have a Jaina. But watch this, Rexpa getting slammed into a wall there by Diablo. Barely gonna be able to escape. No! Didn't get the potion right behind him, and Swoopster picking up the first kill of the game. That's Phoenix grabbing one early, only a minute into this one. And Luxorian Sun takes the early lead, ripping through the captain of runboiz. That's Rexpa down, but it's already respawned, heading back to join his squad. And with the solo lane being the Yrel, up against the Malthael, who's trying to take a cheeky play here on this siege camp. Yrel has an idea. She's about to walk down here, but is it too late? Yes, it is. Siege Giants are grabbed. Here comes Patches on the Hanzo. Gets a few of those scatter arrows inside that pathway that Yrel was using. But it ends up being a successful take of the Siege Giants there by Electra. Grabs them away from Stormier in the bottom lane. And that's a big move up against the Urel, making that happen early, as they're going to try to defend these for a bit. But Titan's King here with the Blizzard. He's going to rip through about half the health pool of those Siege Giants. Haze waiting in the shadows right now. Going to see if he can find an avenue in. Nope, going to back up. And looks like it's going to be an early turn in here by Malthael, getting 8 gems off of him. Top side, there's Diablo playing a wrestling match up against Garrosh. He's going to throw him back. This is the Groundbreaker, though. Here's a silence on top of Garrosh, taking some damage from the Phoenix, but Shredded Wind will survive. Back to his well, tapping away. Gem counts in favor currently of Luxorian's Sun. They hold on to a total of 37, only 34 right now for runboiz, as there's a charge once again on Rex, but Rex been taking a lot of damage, being slowed by the Phoenix. Gets some shielding potions from Deckard Cain. Here's those level 4 talents on your screen. Jaina still yet to pick hers, the only one. Hanzo going into the explosive arrows to help get the wave clear, because as mentioned, they are a little bit lacking in the department, and getting that on Hanzo will definitely help them out. Phoenix doing a great job up top. That Swoopster ripping through some of those waves. And now, Luxorian's Sun does have the gems to get a turn in, and Bay State holding 30 gets all of them in. Here comes Electra and Haze. They're going to need a few more. I believe they're on Phoenix right now. He's holding for that Swoopster, trying to get his in. Urel on the bottom side, though, was looking to interrupt, couldn't find it. Now Luxon playing aggressive. They know that Titan's King is here, and they're going to steal away a Bruiser camp. A great find right there by Luxorian's Sun. Very smart heads up on this map, and Titan's King was so low on mana, pretty low on health, and had to give it up. And now it's who's going to get their gems turned in first. Swoop holding the final 4 they need for Luxon. If he can find his spot, he will be able to get him in. Looks like Diablo's going to try to hold a bush on this bottom side. Electra also has the 3 needed. There's a stun. Holding back Garrosh. He's going to have the interrupt. No, he actually didn't. Shredded Wind barely missing with that Groundbreaker. And Electra able to summon down the first Web Weavers of the game. They're going to be in favor of Luxorian's Sun. And with this sort of lead, slightly ahead on XP, and going to be able to get some structures down early here, Luxorian's Sun could start taking a bit of an advantage here in map number 1 on Tomb of the Spider King. Alright, Web Weaver here up top. 4 members of Lux Sun here on the attack. 4 in defense for runboiz, as the Web Weaver is charging up the first Web Blast. See if it connects, and it does. Hits on Deckard Cain and Garrosh as well. A little bit of damage there as Swoop throwing out some laser beams, trying to rip through the health pool of Garrosh, but he does get a bit tankier, gets that extra bit of armor, as now Jaina stepping forward, trying to throw blizzards on top of this Web Weaver. They will be able to destroy it. At least the turret will be able to, as Lux only able to get 1 turret down in the wall here. They're going to try to see if they can find anything else in the map. 2 turrets down on mid, as that Web Weaver is about to blast away onto the well. The well at mid is down, and now Luxon, they're going to set up top, rip through that final turret here in the top fort area. They find a charge and a flip on Jaina. Titan's King falling low in his silence and falls. Second kill of the game for Luxorian's Sun. No minions on this push here, so Diablo's taking a lot of damage, and Deckard Cain might look for it. No, Taki gonna back up and survive for now. But overall, pretty successful there for Luxorian's Sun. They get through 2 walls and 4 turrets. Bottom side, no turrets down. Did get that wall, as we have our first pause of the game. Looking at the votes you guys threw out in chat, I got, looks like 1 fan, Bobo Fitos here, rooting for runboiz. I got Zach Snow rooting for Lux, and Angus Lee rooting for Lux. So 2 for 1 in favor of Luxorian's Sun in your vote. You'll love to see it if you're a Luxorian Sun fan. So there is a disconnect. We're going to be a bit patient once again. We had a delay pregame. We have a delay right now. Recapping gem counts right now. runboiz 10 in the bank, holding 61 on hand. Rexpa and Sormir with 15 plus. Shredded Wind, the Garrosh player, has 24 on hand. So they're going to need at least 2 players to be able to channel in on the egg spawners to push down the red Web Weavers. Levels right now, 8 to 7, almost level 8 for runboiz. Very close, so not too much of an XP difference here between these 2 teams. And we are waiting, I think, for Shredded, who just announced he's ready. So I'm going to head us back over to the game scene. runboiz has said they're ready. Waiting to hear from Lux. He says R. So 3, 2, 1, and we're in. Alright, so a little defense time for Lux Sun. They have a bit of a lead right now, but XP has started to catch up. Still don't have their gems. 20 away for Luxorian Sun, and it's going to be Sormir looking for the channel here on this bottom side along with Rexpa. If they get theirs in, it's still not enough. They need 40, and they're only holding on to 35 right now. So here comes the defense from Luxorian Sun. They know that runboiz are here as there's a flip on Diablo. He charges forward and is going to... Oh, the rest of the team is going to isolate Rexpa, and here comes Malfiel. Third kill of the game for Luxorian Sun, finding Rexpa for the second time as Phoenix with 2 kills. Early in this game, they now have what is close to a full level lead. 7 gems away from their second turn-in. There's some minions here hanging out at mid. And they zoned out some gems, but not quite enough to defend up against a turn-in as Yrel is holding on to a few on this bottom side. That's 19. Garrosh holding on to the other chunk, 30 on Shredded Wind right now. But if you are Luxorian Sun, you're looking to continue getting yours in because that double turn-in. And now that you have enough, you definitely want to get it. Haze holding on to 9. Swoop on the bottom side is 11, but Electra could be the first to fall from Luxorian Sun, and he does. A good pickup there by runboiz as there's 4 members here on his bottom side, but Stukov holding down a silence on Sormir. He's not able to leap away during that engagement, but gets some health back. He's so tanky. He has Divine Steed as well to get back to safety. Swoop dropping off even more gems there on his Phoenix as now Luxorian Sun only 6 gems away. Shredded Wind wanting to get him in. Going to be slowed down by that Fire Stomp from Diablo. Sormir looking to get his in now. 23 on hand. Garrosh roaming up top to see if he can find a different spot to get these in. Holding those 31, but they do need 40. 2 members are going to have to get him in for runboiz if they want to get this turn in. And they're not going to be able to get it in time as Luxorian Sun picks up the back-to-back turn in. Their level 10 talents online, Last Rites, Massive Shove, Dragon's Arrow, Lightning Breath, Purification Salve. On the other side, Rainer's Raider, Stay Wild and Listen, Water Elemental, Warlord's Challenge, and Ardent Defender. Here's another attack, a lock-in by Deckard Cain, gonna pick up a kill for runboiz. There's the Last Rites, gonna finish off Garrosh. So a 1-for-1 trade, and now Titan's King, the one in trouble on that Jaina. But Phoenix had to warp backwards. Sormir now about to get away because of that scroll of sealing from Deckard Cain. Everyone on both sides very low, but Sormir being chased down by Malfiel. He could die here, but will be able to get away. Rexpa might not be so lucky though. On his Raider has a Q pushing him back. Scroll of sealing can't lock in Malfiel, and Rexpa will fall there in that middle lane. What is this Dragon's Arrow? Chasing it all the way off the map, not hitting anything. So Hanzo looking for a long distance play, wasn't able to make it, but it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade at the end of the engagement in favor of Luxorian Sun. They have Web Weavers on the map right now. Sormir in a weird spot, does not have Ardent Defender. 24 gems on hand, and see ya later, goat. I think that's the noise a goat makes. Yrel dead. 20 seconds till she spawns, and here comes a push from Luxorian Sun. Web Weaver in hand here. All 5 members are nearby. Electra waiting in the bush, and here they come. Last Rites ready to go. Garrosh is falling low, so they might be able to find something on there. There's a little bit more damage, but of course there is no Dragon's Arrow right now, so that engagement's going to be difficult. But with all these minions here, limited wave clear on the side of runboiz, especially with that massive shove pushing back Garrosh. They got a lot of damage onto that keep, and here comes the counterattack from runboiz. Looking to see if they can find a flip on any of these members. Diablo holding down most of the damage here, throwing out that Fire Stomp, gonna get healed up a bit from it. Malfiel got that wave on all 5 members. A great stun there by Garrosh, gonna finish off the Diablo. He had souls though. Here's Last Rites. Is it enough for Taki? It is. So another kill with a Last Rites, now 2 stacks on that for Electra as he finds another kill. That one was on Deckard Cain. Purification Salvo finishing off Garrosh. A double kill for Luxorian Sun, and this keeps in trouble. Rexpa here in defense, but he might fall. Make it a triple. Lux Sun gonna grab the keep, gonna grab the triple kill, and they're holding on to a good chunk of gems here as well. They could be finding their 3rd turn-in a row. Keep down. Souk gonna finish the job. Now they're looking at bruisers. Stukov already starting it. Diablo's here as well. Hanzo, of course, can rip through this with his scatter arrows. And Phoenix, not too bad himself for getting rid of these bruiser camps. Mrs. Windup-Bird also voting for Luxorian Sun. Appreciate you stopping in. Had a great time casting your team the other day. Top side, look at this. runboiz has 62 gems about to be turned in. And they will. Red web weavers will be spawned. They are down that talent tier right now, but they should be able to pick it up off the back of these web weavers. And they have a lot of ground to make up because with a keep down in the bottom lane, catapults will help depressure the web weaver that will be spawning down there. So a lot on the line right here for runboiz. They gotta find their way back in this game. These web weavers are going to be one of their only opportunities remaining, as they used most of their gems they had remaining to get that turn-in. Bruisers here in mid-side will help defend up against this web weaver. Here comes Urel, pop the Ardent Defender, Dragon, Zero, and Lightning Breath going to finish off Jaina. Lightning Breath still channeling Purification. Salvo going to be combo with it, getting that extra damage. Finding another kill on Deckard Cain. There's a flip on Stormir. He didn't have Ardent Defender. He's down. A triple kill for Luxorian Sun up against the web weavers. Now they can push this bottom lane out a bit. Looks like they want to go for the core, as they are. They're running down this bottom lane, level 16 to 13 right now, as Lux Sun trying to make it early, as promised to me in the draft. They said 7 minutes, but we might be looking at 12 minutes. Not too bad of a trade if you ask me. A great virulent reaction by Stukov. Rexpo will be able to get away. Gets charged by Diablo. Flip back over as well. Titans King trying to play the form of defender here. He's trying to be the Yao Ming in this fight, saying, no, no, not in my house, as Bay State will fall on the backside. Here's Garrosh trying to hold some members back with the taunt, but he falls the last rites. 4 stacks now for Electra on that heroic, and Swoop is next. 28 gems on the ground. Make it a quad kill for runboiz, as Patches, the only one left on the map. Will Urel be able to slow Patches down, make it the mega kill they need? And yes, they will. There's no way Patches is getting out of this one. See ya later. Boss on the map. runboiz with an opportunity now to turn Tomb of the Spider Queen around. This boss play could really do something. Top wave already pushed out, pushing on that keep wall. And all 5 members, once Garrosh is alive right now on the map for runboiz, do not have enough gems. But I think a boss is more than enough. They are happy with this right now. They're going to have an opportunity to play for a keep on even talents, because this boss should give them level 16, and there it is, level 16 talents for the runboiz. Man, we are in for a treat here. What a turnaround during that core defense. Only lost 22% on the core. It's sitting at 78%. This top lane, JTR Hots, thank you for that follow, as we are watching the conclusion here of Tomb of the Spider Queen, level 16 apiece for these teams, with a boss in this top lane. runboiz wants to make something happen. They have all their ultimates online once this Raider comes up, and there it is. Look for the setup by Taki. If he can step forward, find that stay a while and listen, maybe they can find some setup here with their Garrosh. But it's going to be the Dragon's Arrow first. Bay State falling low. Does he have souls? No, he's only at 71, so that's a full death for Diablo. 42 seconds. Ball still up. Looking for this keep. Purification Salvo hitting 4 members. Make it 5, actually. So a lot of damage taken there by runboiz, but they do get this keep. Patches gonna fall on Hanzo. That's a pickup. And now Garrosh wasn't able to hold Swoopster steady with a taunt. Did not have it available. But they find the double kill, though. They have a wave here. And runboiz, after what happened earlier in this game, are now making their own push onto the core. Scroll is ceiling, locking in Swoop for the time being. 50% almost on this core, and there is 50% as Garrosh falls. He's the first down for runboiz, but they're focusing this down. Rexpo late game on that Jim Raynor, trying to do what he can, but can't. Taki's down as well. It's only Stormir on that Urel. Titans King showing up. Does he have a Blizzard available? He's getting charged by Diablo. Can they finish the core? They do. Stormir picking it up. Unbelievable comeback there by runboiz, losing first keep, finding a mega kill, getting the boss, and making the push. Claps in chat for that comeback. Fantastic game. I'm a fan of both of these teams. I really love Lux Sun. Good friends of theirs. runboiz, been buddies with them for a while as well. I'm having a blast with this one. If that wasn't an exciting match, I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe map number 2 ends up being even better. We're going to be heading to Infernal Shrines on that second map. But what a turnaround there on Tomb of the Spider Queen it was for the Run Boys. Here's the talents on your screen if you are wanting to go back and check this VOD out. Speaking of VODs, go check out my YouTube. If you're in chat right now, exclamation point YouTube in chat. Follow that link. Give me a subscription on YouTube. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers there. It's free. Just click the button. Help me out. Love you long time, of course. We're going to take a 5-minute break, though. Going to set up map number 2, Infernal Shrines, as picked by Run Boys. You do not want to miss it because this has already been exciting. All right, we're back. Teams are ready to go. I'm going to throw out an R. They already told me they're ready, but I wanted to run that timer down, get my own break. You guys know how it is. Do you want to talk a bit about the Regen Invitational? Both these teams participated in the Regen Invitational 2, but right now at the top of your screen, you see our bit goal that I'm hosting all throughout NGS Season 5. Help fill this bar up here. See this one right here? Help fill that bar up, because that's going to mean we have a Regen Invitational 3. And that means both these teams you see here tonight will be invited, because every single team I cast this season will be getting a direct invitation to the event. So if you're a fan of Luxorian Sun, or if you're a fan of runboiz, throw some bits. Help see the event get on its feet. Here we are, draft number 2. Infernal Shrines. As Zeratul once again banned out first by Luxorian Sun. Genji also banned out first here by runboiz. So taking away the aggressive heroes, we'll see if Maiev is the next play by Luxorian Sun. That's what they picked in map number 1, or do they want to switch it over to Yrel? Of course, they do have first pick this time. Perhaps they want to go into Yrel. Electra did a fantastic job game number 1 playing the Malthael. But Jaina's been banned. Yrel still alive here. See if runboiz wants to do the job of taking the goat out of the map. And it's going to be Maiev. So 3 heroes we saw in game number 1 getting banned out are off the board once again. Now first pick for Luxorian Sun. They went into a Phoenix with their first pick in game number 1 and a Diablo. Perhaps going to change that up this time. Heroes like Dahaka getting so much value on this map could be an early prioritization. They are going to go with Diablo early once again. They want to make sure Bay State has a comfort, and Diablo is the choice here for Luxorian Sun. Now giving the option over to runboiz if they want to play the Yrel once again is available here with their 1-2 picks on Infernal Shrines. You can go with Alex Straza, and they will grab the Yrel. Alex getting tremendous value here with Dragon Queen inside the shrines, as all of you guys know at home. Yrel being the most dominant solo lane hero in the game right now. A fantastic 1-2 selection here by runboiz. And after winning game number 1, they're looking for their first domination of the season, trying to get 2 points in the standings. Luxorian Sun trying to make it another tie for them, would be their 3rd of the round. And they're going to go right back to Malthael for Electra, and this time they're going to pair it with an Uther. Alright, so Uther's a support choice. They will have a cleanse here this time. Malthael stacking up the last rites quickly in that game. Didn't quite make it to level 20 to get full effect of the reduced cooldown. But I really thought Electra played very well in game number 1, as we see Phoenix spanned out here by runboiz. I don't know if they need to make any adjustment. I think Malthael is a great call. Pairing up against the Yrel in the solo lane should be able to get plenty of value. He's pretty good inside the shrines, picking up some health recovery from all of the skeletal defenders. So a fine option here on Infernal Shrines in Malthael. Final ban on the clock for Luxorian Sun. They're going to be looking to get rid of Johanna, as runboiz did in game number 1, and I think another map where Johanna really can shine inside the shrine. That is a rhyme. So now runboiz gonna have to go deep on the tank picks. Muradin's still an option for them if they want to go that way. They have double hops, and they do. They go with the Muradin. They're gonna pair it once again with Rexba's Raynor. So I really love the pairing of Yrel and the Muradin because they can hop around. I think they have opportunity here to go into, dare I say, an Abathur with their final pick. We'll see if Luxorian Sun wants to say anything about that, but I think anytime you have a Muradin and you put an Abbey hat on top, fantastic. It's going to be a double support for Luxorian Sun, and I honestly... Okay, it's going to quickly be a Gul'dan. I would have loved to have seen an Abathur there. I think it would have had room here on this map, but it's going to be Cassia Tassadar for Lux Sun. It's going to be Gul'dan rounding it out. Rexba's actually going to switch off of Raynor here, play the Gul'dan. So a bit of a different look. Double support for Luxorian Sun. A kind of heavy backline here for runboiz. Once again, I'm going to send it to chat. Tell me who you think is going to win this. If you think it's going to be Luxorian Sun, hashtag Lux in chat. If you think it's going to be runboiz, hashtag run in chat. Ah, man, caster having to pick. You know what? I love the Tassadar here. I think it's a fun pick. It's going to really help enable the mouthfeel a bit on the front line. Cassia, of course, very strong, paired with the Tassadar as well. I call it Cassadar. And then Uther. Getting that D-shield can make it so Malthael could even go into a Tormented Souls here. I don't know. There's options on the board right now for Luxorian Sun. I like their draft. I'm also a fan of what runboiz put together, but I'm going to give my edge here and call for the tie. Luxorian Sun, we'll see if they can pull it off.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right, so map number 2. Once again, on the left-hand side, it is Luxorian Sun. Patches on the Cassia. Electra going to be playing, once again, the Malthael. Swoopster on the Tassadar. Haze on Uther. And rounding it out, playing the Diablo, it's the Captain Bay State. Over on the right-hand side, we have the runboiz. Rexpa, the captain on Gul'dan. Taki going to be playing Alexstrasza. Titans King switching over to Raynor this time. Swarmir once again resuming duties on Yarel. And rounding it out on the Muradin, it's Shredded Wind. Level 1 talents on your screen. Diablo looking at Devil's Due here this time. Malthael switching up, going for On a Pale Horse. Charge strikes from Cassia, of course. This is the Circle of Life from Alexstrasza, which is going to be tremendous here for them. And then, of course, Echo Corruption for Rexpa on the Gul'dan will be destructive, especially in the late game, helping to clear inside the shrines. Eyes on Gul'dan. His wave clear is insane. A map I would have imagined in the past, they would have been putting Rexpa on the Chromie, and now you see them with Chromie getting nerfed out, looking to play him on a Gul'dan instead. So a hero that Rexpa has made a name for himself on Cassia, not an option for them anymore, as there is a fend from Cassia pushing Rexpa out of that abundance, so he's going to have to use a well tap instead. Great job by Patches making sure Rexpa didn't get the better half of that abundance there. Alright, so rotations coming, and Tassadar being so prevalent with his Psystorm that he's able to rip through these waves pretty quick, and even help shut down some of these rotations from Muradin, as holding that vent was Patches. Diablo's nearby as well, going to charge in on Muradin, not going to be able to do too much to him, and Patches now getting body blocked by Shredded Wind. He's taking some damage from Titans King, will be able to back up, but of course, Cassia being pretty good up against Raynor, has the blind, will be able to be destructive inside the shrines with the charge strikes, and should be able to be enabled by Swoopster, as here comes Haze trying to stun Taki in. Gonna throw the blind on top of both his Cassia, and they're gonna have to relinquish the position there in the middle of this lane. But stepping back up, it's Titans King gonna throw some more shots out at Bay State, and it's gonna have to be Uther using some mana up to get this high health pool Diablo back up, because he's at 30% health right now. But Uther in a weird spot, and Rexpa looking to chunk him out with his life steal there. So Bay State gonna have to use a tap, and there he goes. Yeah, tap being used. All right, I was waiting for it, because I don't think you want your Uther spending too much mana early game on a Diablo health bar. Indeed he didn't. Devil's Due should definitely help him get back up with these globes, but he doesn't want to have to rely on Uther throwing out too many heals. That's for sure. Bottom lane is going to be a camp started by Taki and Titans King. This neutral side siege camp in the middle, but they're finding Shredded Wind, playing the Muradin. Warp Toss interrupted, now taking damage from Cassia. Fend forward, has the abundance. Taki keeping them alive here on this bottom side. No one ended up grabbing any of the siege camps anywhere on this map, as the first shrine has been called down. A sight you do not see often, if ever, with these Storm Division teams, that no one was able to find a Merc camp. I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised. So they're both going to play it a bit slower as the first shrine is active and still no one's up there. Titans King, Sormir, Taki going to show up first and start gathering skeletal defender skulls here for the side of runboiz as Patches showing up on Cassia. Lux Hayes here as well. Hayes going to get the stun on Titans King. Charged forward by Bay State, looking to put, Rainer in a weird spot, but it's Diablo taking all the damage now as he got kind of left behind a bit by his team, and everyone from runboiz collapsed on him for that little bit during that choke point there. But gets healed back up, has the double support in the form of Tassadar and Uther. But with 7 so close, whoever hits it first will be able to take a slight advantage, but they're almost even on XP right now, and I don't think either team is really going to have a huge advantage here. Electra trying to find level 7 off this wave. So close right now is Luxorian Sun. They do get level 7s. Those talents popped up on your screen right now as you watch his action unfold here in the top lane. Luxorian Sun taking control of the shrine. Hayes here with Patches ripping through some of these skeletal defenders. They're only at 7, 12 in the side of runboiz right now as here comes Shredded Wind stepping forward on the Muradin. Swarmir walks in as well, and Yrel as he's going to jump forward and knock back the members of Luxorian Sun. A little knockback. Abundance only going to be able to connect on top of Muradin. He does get the heal as Dragon Queen has been popped by Taki. He's looking to rip through some of these health bars, and that's a lot of damage coming out on top of the members of Luxorian Sun, and they're going to have to use some well taps. There goes Cassia and Diablo back. Patches apparently doesn't have one available, so still staying low. There's another Abundance by Taki, going to put the members of runboiz at full health as this shrine is taking a long time for either team to find it. Titans King has been flipped back into the shrine. Could be finding some damage because Malthael here on top, but Electra's falling low, going to get healed off of these shrine defenders. He's getting all his health back as Titans King will be the first blood of the game. Shredded Wind could be next. Electra staying deep on it. They find Alex Straza as well, a double kill for Luxorian Sun, and just like in game number 1, Lux finding the early kills, the early objectives as well, as there will be no defense here. Luxorian Sun picking up the first Punisher, and it's going to be an arcane Punisher. Top lane now going to have to be defended by runboiz here. Looking back at chat, I see 2 votes for Luxorian Sun. Make it 3, I guess. Decade voted for Luxorian Sun as well, so 3 votes for Luxorian Sun. None for runboiz this time. Surprising, as I know they have some fans out there. You guys just aren't supporting your boys right now. Punisher going to be cleared up, but they do get a wall out of it. About 25% damage on that top fort. Electra going to hold down this vent, and now 3 members of Luxorian Sun waiting here. We'll see if Shredded Wind is going to check the bush. Doesn't. Gets charged into a wall and stunned. A quick pickup there on Muradin, walking into a bush, an ill-advised bush. Don't you ever walk into bushes alone. Always have a buddy with you. Bring your flashlight if you can. Big pickup there by Lux Sun. And level 10s on the board first. Last Rites APOC. We have the D-Shield. That's going to be Archon and Ball Lightning. Level 10s now picked up for runboiz. We see the Cleansing Flame Avatar, Rainer's Raider. Yrel still holding gold and still holding theirs. 4 or 5 picked up by Rex. We're going to use it. Getting Cassia stuck in a spot. First kill of the game for the runboiz. Now they're looking to put damage on top of Bay State. That Raider is trying to slow him down and doing a bit of extra damage. Jumping over the wall. Stormir on that Yrel. Bay State falling low. Gets some healing back from his fire stop. But Electra's the one stuck in here. Gets the D-Shield. Malthael able to walk away, but Yrel still trying to slow him down. Double hops in as Muradin joins the fight. Last Rites not going to be able to finish Shredded Wind off. He survives. So not able to find any kills on the backside of the fight with runboiz, but they do get the better half of the exchange. They clear up the siege camp that was stolen away by Luxorian Sun, and they take a slight experience lead here on Infernal Shrines. Another siege camp going to be started up by Hayes. Bay State holding the vent for now. Rotating down to the bottom side is Rex, but Titans King. They're checking bushes, the wise thing to do, as they've already lost 1 member in this game to a bush gank. Rexpa gonna start this up. Titans King has the Raider calling it in to also help destroy these Khazra mercs here in the bottom side. They do get the camp. Top side, this one's gonna be finished off by Diablo. He does get it finally. But bottom side sieging up right now. 4 members of runboiz. They're going to be able to take out both the turrets here. Still have the Cam pushing as well. And that's going to be another chunk of experience for them, as they're going to be able to make a rotation as a group. Oh, they might find Tassadar. Of course, he's going to have Dimensional Shift if they cannot stun him out. There's Dimensional Shift. Didn't quite get the Storm Bolt on time, so Swoop able to back up to his team with Dimensional Shift. A very powerful defensive talent for your Protoss hero, Tassadar. First Shaman camp of the game being started for either team. It's Electra working it down on the left-hand side of the map for Luxorian Sun. On the other side, runboiz sending the 4-man squad up here. They're going to have a bruiser camp pushing as the shrine is activating on the bottom side of the map. Here come both teams looking to get early position. Is Shredded Wind. Swoops up here. Probably has an Oracle available. See if he wants to use it. And finds Murden. And here walking forward is Diablo. Jumping forward. Swarmir trying to find it's also Shredded Wind. He does have Avatar available. See if he wants to pop it early in this fight. But Bay State's the one in trouble. Titan's King ripping through with that ace in the hole. Bay State is gonna fall, but gets his APOC off before he dies. That soul's available. 3 seconds. Cassio once again getting horrified into the full team of runboiz. Gets the D-Shield with 50 health. But will it expire? Yes, it will. And Cleansing Flame will help finish that off. Actually, Yarel got the kill there. Up top, Electra not with the team. Going to look to split off. Push forward this bruiser camp, as they know they're not going to get any more value here inside the shrine. Even though Diablo respawned, Cassia falling means that Luxorian Sun going to have to give up this objective. Swarmir going to be hearthing back to play defense up against the bruiser camp. And here we go. It's going to be a Mortar Punisher. 3 away are runboiz. And they're going to hold it at 39. Looks like they're going to go for their siege camp. Yeah, here we go. They're on the siege camp, making a bit of an extra play here. Hayes is going to scout it out. They know they're here. They know they're getting cheeky. Electra walking forward. Has last rights available if they can isolate any target. Shredded Wind falling low. Has Avatar still available, but he's just going to walk away for now. Here's the last rights. Pops Avatar does survive. And Mortar Punisher had to be picked up. Little bit of a scare there for runboiz, but they end up getting the Punisher. They're going to be able to get this fort if they step up with Titan's King. Has that Raider, also going to help rip through the HP bar of this fort. But now getting stuck in here, has abundance available. I don't know if there's a Dragon Queen. Yes, there is a Dragon Queen. Still hasn't been used, as we have eyes on Swoop, and he just got deleted on Tassadar. No Dimensional Shift for him that time. And Punisher, 50% health. And runboiz looking at the first keep wall of the game. Technically, this one took a little bit of damage, but eyes up here on the left-hand side of the map. This bottom lane as runboiz pushing forward onto the keep. Mortar Punisher still doing some damage on some of these heroes. Hayes falling low, getting ripped forward by Titan's King, and that echoed corruption by Rexpa, who's sitting at 27 stacks. Not able to get the keeper runboiz, but they do find a 1-level lead for themselves. They're also going to rotate back, find that siege camp quickly, ripping through very fast. Are all 5 members of runboiz there, and they're going to make the full triangular rotation onto these mercenaries. Bottom side's up next for them, the neutral camp, as they are 3/4 of a level away from getting their level 16 talents, and that's when Gul'dan gets extra spooky. All 3 merc camps are gathered. They have some XP available here at mid. We'll see if they want to take a fight beforehand. Horrify is available. See if they want to use it here. Rexpa. There's the APOC. There's the Horrify. Finding damage on top of Uther. He has D-Shield. Uses it on himself. Bottom side. Titan's King taking damage from Diablo. Here comes the Archon from Swoopster. Will he be able to finish off Titan's King? Not able to yet. It's Diablo who falls first. Swoop falling low. Just got out of the Archon, but he's kind of stuck here. Gets nullified by Taki, and he might fall here. Does he have Dimensional Shift? He doesn't. A double kill for runboiz. They find the damage. They find their level 16s. And here they go, looking for that keep they started earlier with the Punisher. runboiz walking down to this bottom lane. Rainer's Raider dead for 15 seconds, but with Rexpa here on his Gul'dan, also has plenty of extra siege for them. Taking the damage is Yarel. Muradin's also here, and they're going to be able to get this keep. I don't think there's much to be able to do without their Diablo, because they do not have any sort of secondary bruiser to help step up in this fight at all. First keep of the game, runboiz with a big advantage right now, 13.5 minutes into round number 2. Alright, so with the 16 talent here, expect to see them invade the bruiser camp. They're going to clear out a wave here. Might look for a little bit of damage on this fort. Okay, I'm surprised they're not just going to make the rotation onto the bruiser, but instead they see this low-hanging fruit. They grab it. Checking out Alex Straza, she has finished her circle of life, so it's going to be extra globes for her team. And that means extra healing after every abundance. They're going to be able to get this bruiser camp still with that talent here advantage for another few moments. 14 minutes through, 6-3 on kills in favor of runboiz. They get this bruiser camp. They're going to start working on this top wall because Punisher spawning here. They got to at least get this well down because with the shrine here in the top lane, they don't have their well. And you see, they're looking to try to get some damage there with Gul'dan. But, okay, surprisingly, this is very surprising to me. They're not going to continue going for it. Scared of the flank coming out as it is coming out. Here come Luxorian Sun finding first damage on top of Swarmir. Ardent Defender going to get his health back up. Great. Horrify. Cleansing Flame on top of a lot of this stack up right now. So all the heals coming on top of runboiz and the damage on top of Luxorian Sun. Everyone surviving for runboiz and a double kill. Picked up on the other side. Dimensional Shift has expired. Swoop falling low, jumping forward. His swoopster. Great charge there by Bay State to help defend Tassadar. And I think he's going to be able to get away. And Swarmir might pay for his life. No! Diablo not enough to finish off Yrel. A triple kill for runboiz as the shrine is active in the top lane. There's a bruiser camp available, a siege camp available as well. Looks like they're just going to play it safe. Get the fort, set this up. Send Yrel back into the shrine. Looks like with Gul'dan, they're going to get another Punisher. This one's a frozen Punisher, going to be pushing top lane. And the rest of the members going to soften up the lane. Here comes Luxorian Sun. Just respawned. Diablo still dead for another 5 seconds. runboiz trying to get a bruiser camp out, it appears. Titans King and Taki going to be there. Muradin holding down the vision here in the middle vent, but Electra trying to find value elsewhere. Looking at a siege camp. On the other side, it's Cassie and Uther getting the other siege camp. So it's not going to be completely free for runboiz. Are they going to hold at 39? No, they're going to go ahead and rip it. A level away from 20. They have a 2-level lead right now. 9-3 in kills. 3 for Yrel, 3 for Raynor. And here come runboiz with the Frozen Punisher, looking to get their second keep of the game. Already have vision on Bay State. Swoopster here has the Archon in 3 seconds, but he gets leapt on by the Frozen Punisher. On the other side of the fight, here's Luxorian Sun trying to find a flank, but not in the same spot as Swoopster, so runboiz able to survive for now. They're looking to finish off this keep as they step forward. Frozen Punisher throwing out some circles and leaping on some of these members of Luxorian Sun, and they're all the way pushed back. The Punisher baited towards mid as now it's taken the slow walk onto the core along with runboiz. They have level 20 talents. Those are on your screen. The upgrade to the Horrifies here, and we'll see if Rexpo wants to pull it out right now because attacking the final attack for Luxorian Sun. There's the Horrify. Damage on Cassia. She's dead. The Dragon Queen has fallen. The Eagle has landed, and more damage is ripping forward on Luxorian Sun. Rexpa and the boys of the runboiz looking to find a 2-0 here as a triple kill. Should help make it 4. Seal the deal. GG's in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, runboiz picking up their first domination of the season. Taking the 2-0 here over Luxorian Sun. All right, let's take a peek at the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. 13-3 is the kill count in favor of runboiz. Titans King, 5 of them, 56k damage on the Raynor. Peek at the talents and level 20s. Once you get them and you have the Punisher, you find the kills, you get the job done. runboiz finding their first 2-0 of the season. Let me see if I can get an interview for us because that was a fantastic battle especially game one, I thought was fantastic. The comeback that runboiz put on was clinical, to say the least, once they found the mega kill, really turning that one around. Interview question mark. NGS lobby. Alright, so I'm going to head over to a lobby now. Alright. Switch over to my cam. There we go. Whew, that was quick. That was really quick. Alright, and joining me is the captain of runboiz, Rexpa. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing today?
I am swell. That was quite the set. Tomb of the Spider Queen, quite the scare for you guys.
Yeah, where should we begin with that one? I can. No, go ahead. You're good.
Well, I'll start you off. You guys fell behind early. They had the double turn in before you guys found gems. Did they get the? I don't think they got the third one. I think it was just the two, right? And they got the first keep of the game, and that's really what was the scary part about it. So take me from there.
Well, a lot of the there was a lot of things that could be said about that game, but once they took keep, we knew we were behind, so we kind of had to find a way to be able to find our stop the bleeding pretty much from that point. And then once we stop the bleeding, once we have people just stop dying, then we try to find okay, what can we do? What fights do we need to take and all this kind of stuff. And actually the biggest turn I think is after they took the keep, they tried to end, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So once we saw that they were trying to end, we knew 100% the comms were that they were throwing the game, because we had 3 people dead, but the death timers were 10 seconds. And I mean, they're playing Hanzo Malthael, I believe was it Malthael?
Right. Yep. Yeah, it was Malthael. So you're right. A limited siege damage and a risky play, to say the least.
Yeah. So, and they only got the core to between 80-90%. So once we saw that they were ending, we were actually surprised that they were going to try and end there.
Yeah.
Because we knew it was a throat. So once it was, I think we got 3 or 4 kills there. The call from there was just to go boss, because those kills also gave us a ton of experience because we were so far behind.
Yeah. Caught up at level 16.
Exactly. And then once we got to 16 talents, we were pretty much saying that this is either going to be end or we at least tie the game with keep. Because we only had 1 keep down at that point, which was bottom. Detected. So we knew once we got boss that it was either we keep, end game was obviously, ending the game was obviously best case scenario, but worst case scenario was we get keep there. And then we knew that Diablo didn't have full souls. So once we were able to get a flip onto Diablo, and we just killed Diablo immediately. And at that point, it was just kind of play it slow, just hit who we can, and just punish their positioning. And we just ended the game off that. So it was actually really nice.
Yeah, I was talking during draft about how you guys picked up a Garrosh after you saw they had Stukov, which gave you the opportunity to play against a Stukov who doesn't have cleanse. And early game maybe didn't find all the value, right? But late game, yeah, you're right. The toss there at the end, finding Diablo kill, finishing it off, really made the difference. And a gutsy comeback. Very impressive. I even gave you guys a clap afterward.
Yeah, it was because once they the biggest thing against that also when they threw on core was they lost Diablo souls.
Right.
So once Diablo lost his souls, it was kind of okay, we have same talent tier. We can take fights whenever we want because Diablo's not really as scary before. So yeah, it was a we were able to keep focus and everything like that. So that was
sure.
really good on our part as well.
Map number 2, a bit of a different story. Infernal Shrines was your map selection. Saw similar bands, but the draft came out a little bit different. You guys had final pick. I thought maybe you guys would have gone into an Abathur there, but you went with a Gul'dan. And I talked about during the game, I think this is a spot you normally would have been playing your Chromie, but with her being nerfed, is Gul'dan the new option for you?
A lot of the Gul'dan pick, I mean, it was kind of solidified it when they chose Uther for the most part, just because Uther has a hard time keeping up with overtime damage and just consistent damage, and Gul'dan brings the poison, and it also brings a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, point control or point clear.
Yeah.
You also have the fear as well, and then if we went Abathur, I don't we thought about it, but with them taking Cassia before our last pick, It was kind of like, if we just take Abathur, we're not going to be able to do as much damage as we want with just them blinding Raynor.
Sure.
So the Gul'dan, like once they chose like Cassia Tacitar, but they had an Uther support, it was just kind of, all right, we're taking Gul'dan at that point. It was just like an insta lock at that point.
But once again, you guys found yourselves losing early objective. We're behind a bit in the early game, but you made another stand. You came back and GG's in game number 2. That was ended up being pretty quick.
Yeah, that was kind of like with the Gul'dan strategy. Like the whole thing was, if we lose first objective, it's all right. But we had the Gul'dan double soak. So with the double soak, if you saw, we got down both front walls of mid and bottom lane.
Right.
And we actually got I think we got a ton of value off of the double soak over, and we were able to stall off the top objective with just Murden self-sustain and then Dragon off of Alex and all that kind of stuff. So it actually went really well. So we were actually really happy with how game 2 went.
So how are you guys feeling right now? Picking up 2 new players, Shredded Wind and Swarmir. How's the state of runboiz right now?
Well, we blame all of our inconsistencies off of Titan right now. I mean, not just he is a Titan. I mean, he is a trash player, and he was on the cutting block for this season for being replaced. So I know he's listening, and he knows too. We're actually really happy with adding Shredded and Swarmir. I think our biggest thing right now is we've only had maybe like 4 or 5 scrims going into the season.
Yeah.
And that biggest thing is just because Titan's playing on Omewa for the Open Division, so he's getting a lot of his practice times going into the Open Division team, and we're okay with that. And then Shredded summer job is taking a lot of time, but he's gonna be coming back to school, I think next week or something like that. So we're definitely gonna be playing a lot more. But player-wise, we're extremely happy with who we have and the potential that we have with the team as well. So we're actually, it's in my opinion, it's gonna be a good season for us.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Regen Invitational, my boys Regen Black taking out runboiz. You have anything to say to them?
All right, first of all, I wasn't there. Okay, let's get that straight. All right. And Shredded wasn't there either.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So first of all,
we'll see. I talked about it in chat. Regen Invitational 3, it's gonna happen. Throw some bits at the channel. We're at 5.61%. We got to get to 100 by the end of the season. So if you're a fan of runboiz, throw some bits out. Let's see this event happen. Let's get another grudge match between some of these teams.
Yeah, we'll be back for Regen Invitational 3. We'll come back, win the tournament just like we won the first one. But this time we'll have everyone. So.
All right, so I really appreciate you coming in for the interview. You know the drill. Shout out time. Floor is yours.
I just want to give a shout out to our team, Swarmir, Taki, Shredded, and Titan. They played really well tonight, even though we had some technical issues. But I just want to shout them out. Keep up the good work. I want to say I hope Titan gets better in the short term because we're not looking so good. Titan's the weak link. Everyone knows that. Target ban showed it. He can only play 2 heroes. So, other than that, I also want to give a shout out to Corgi because we were gonna have to use a sub, and Corgi was gonna sub in for us. So I just want to shout him out for just being able to be there for us when we need it. So.
Well, he's not on a roster. Someone pick this boy up. He can play NGS and be a sub.
First of all, shut your mouth. He's ours, okay? we don't need that kind of advertisement for Corgi, okay? He knows his worth.
Yeah, he's worth a lot.
But I just want to shout out Lux as well. They're always fun to play against. And then I want to give you a shout out to you, Murda, for casting.
Hey.
I'm excited to go back and watch the VOD and, eat some ice cream and enjoy the show.
Well, if you're excited for me, boy, do we have another treat for you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's runboiz once again up against Abusement Park, another Storm Division matchup. A Friday night special. I normally don't do Friday nights, but Rexpa, runboiz, you guys are getting a special treat.
Yeah, we had to get all our games in back to back to back, so we're actually really happy that you're able to cast us because you are definitely one of our favorite streamers to be able to do it. So favorite casters. So we do appreciate it.
Appreciate your love. Appreciate it as always. Ladies and gents, though, I'm going to be signing off for now. I'm going to throw you around somewhere else in the Nexus Gaming series. There's also the Eastern Clash going on right now if you're a fan of HGC. But I will be back this evening, actually, at 12:15 a.m. Eastern with Blasting Burrows and Moto Miracle Division A West matchup. So I will see you guys there if you want to tune into that. Rexpa, thanks again, once again, for the interview, and congratulations on your 2-0 tonight. Sitting at 3 points in the standings, looking for more tomorrow night of the Rum Boys. For now, I'm Murda. That was Rexpa. I will see you later.